Hello, hello everybody. My name is Melissa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Minnesota, which is in the United States. And today I'm coming to you with a very fun Create and Color Challenge. This is a weekly color combination challenge that I issue to you to just inspire you to create with some colors that maybe you wouldn't use normally. So this is week number 54, I believe. Yeah, I think this is for 54. Last week I shared a super fun card that was pretty masculine, and I've been having some fun with the challenge of masculine cards. So today's card is also going to be masculine. It shares a super cool technique that was shared on Stampin' Up's Facebook page about a year ago by one of the artisan design team members. So super fun. I'm excited to share that with you. I'm going to go ahead and hook my camera up and let's get started. All right, so here is the super fun card we're going to make today. It uses the sale-a-bration driving by stamp set, which is only around for about a little less than a week now. So make sure you get this. It is free right now in my online store when you place a $50 order. It's one of the gifts you can choose. So make sure you snatch this one up because it's super fun. And then I'm also using this set from the annual catalog called Handsomely Suited. I'm using this Happy Birthday sentiment, and then I'm also going to use this die right here. And I will show you what I do with this die in a second, although you can kind of see it on the card. Look at how cool that is. All right, let me move these to the side and tell you that our colors for this week's Create and Color Challenge are Pool Party, Bumblebee, Basic Gray, and Misty Moonlight. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to just keep that in the corner of the frame here. For the card base, we've got Basic Gray, and then we have a piece of Basic White that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've got a whole bunch, hold on one second, a whole bunch of those die cut pieces. So I've got 2 in Bumblebee, 2 in Misty Moonlight, just trying to move them here, 2 in Basic Gray, and then I've got 2 in Pool Party. And for an added little bit of fun, I actually embossed this with the Pool Party ones with the bark embossing folder. Then I've got a piece of, or a scalloped circle rather, in Pool Party, and I've got a piece of Basic Gray that was die cut with our layering circle dies as well. I already went ahead and heat embossed our cute little bus on there, and then I just have a scrap piece of Bumblebee for our sentiment and a piece of Basic White for the inside. So let's start with this piece here. I'm just going to kind of slide everything around and move these guys off to the side because we're not using them right away. And I'm going to bring in my silicone craft mat. Now I'm loving this silicone craft mat for this because it helps things not get too sticky. It kind of repels the adhesive, and so it keeps it so that your surface doesn't get too sticky or wet with the glue. And so I highly recommend this if you don't already have it. Okay, so you can see here I'm just cutting all of our little, I think these are what, lapels. I'm just cutting all of the little bottoms off here. And then I will show you how we're going to create our starburst effect. And I apologize if they're getting off the screen here. All right, just a couple more. And you know, the bottoms, the points here don't matter too much what they look like because they actually get covered by that circle there. All right, last one. Just like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in my liquid glue, and I've got my thing here, but I'm actually gonna just kind of make it a little bit crooked. This just helps me, I don't really want it to be straight up and down, so this just helps me kind of visualize that a little bit better. And I want my point to be right about here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make, you know, a straight line like that. We'll go ahead and start with Bumblebee, although it doesn't really matter, and I want my center to be right about here. So slightly off center there. And I'm just going to tack down my Bumblebee. Now I'm making sure those notches, right, we don't want it to show like that because it will end up being seen on our card, or being exposed on our card, I should say. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to make a perpendicular line, which is about a 90-degree angle. For those of you who don't love math. Just make it so that it goes out the other way, and I'm going to do Bumblebee in that as well. So we will go ahead and just add these, and you can see I squished out a little bit of adhesive there. I try to be light. Oh, see right here how that shows? So I'm going to pull it down just so it doesn't show. I try to have a light hand when I do it, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. All right, so for this next one, I'm going to go right in the middle of those bumblebee ones. All right, and we will use basic gray. I'll go ahead and stick these down. And all of the points are meeting up in the center there. Oops. I didn't put the glue down super great there, but that's okay. And then we will do some glue here and stick these guys down. And here's the last basic gray. So you kind of get the idea here of what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and speed the video up now and finish out with the pool party and Misty Moonlight. Alright, so now that I'm done with that, you can see here this was kind of the longest area that I would need, so I had to pull that down a little bit farther. No worries there. And we're going to go ahead and pick this up. It's going to stick a little because these pieces have some glue on them. And I'm going to just take my paper snips and trim along the side to get rid of all of the little extra pieces. So I'll speed that part up as well. Alright, now that that's done, we'll go ahead and bring in our card base, and I'm going to use my liquid glue again to tack this down. You can see it's a little bit messy. It picked up some of that extra adhesive off of my silicone mat. So we'll go ahead and flip this around and get this tacked down. Such a cool effect. I'll just flip this over and make sure it's all stuck. We'll go ahead and close our card and burnish it with the bone folder. And you know what? It moved a little bit. It became a little crooked, but that's okay. We're going to leave it. And what I'm going to do next is bring in my cute little car here. We'll use the liquid glue again on the back of the basic gray circle and tack that down to our cool little pool party scalloped circle and flip that over and adhere that down. And then we will bring in some dimensionals here. And whoops, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a few dimensionals, and I'm actually going to put them directly on the card. So I want to make sure that everything is stuck down where I want it to be. The middle, because all the points are there, is a little bit more bulky. So I didn't want the dimensional to end up on there. And so I stuck it down onto the card base. Then I can kind of pull my cute little wagon over, and we will bring in our sentiment then. And I'm just looking, here we go. I've got my basic gray ink pad and the cute little sentiment from that driving by stamp set that says, "You've got style." We'll go ahead and stamp that down. I just think this card is so cute. I'm going to close this up because I don't want to get too inky. And I'll use my snips to cut as straight as I can. We'll use another dimensional here. So I have given this tip before, but I like to put the dimensional on the side here, and then I use my seal to tack down some adhesive on the side that's going to be on our circle, because I don't want it to be double raised there, if that makes sense. We'll go ahead and pull this in a little bit closer and stick down our sentiment. So cute. And last but not least, we just have to do the inside of the card. So I've got this guy here. I'm going to bring in my pool party and my Misty Moonlight. And we'll start with Misty Moonlight. This is where I'm going to use that happy birthday sentiment from Handsomely Suited. So I'll go ahead and ink that up and get that stamped down right in the center like that. And we'll close this and then bring in the pool party ink pad and our cute little car that has all the balloons flying off the back. I just think this is so cute too and perfect for a birthday. I'm going to stamp that down in the lower left corner there, just like that. So all we have left to do is adhere this to the inside of our card, and then we are all done. So I hope you enjoyed this week's color challenge. If you'd like to participate, please do. Just make a project using these colors as your inspiration and post it on social media with the hashtag #CreateAndColorChallenge. You are also welcome and encouraged to post it in my Facebook group. The link to that is in the description of this video. And if you are in need of any products I use today, everything is current and available in my online store. So you can head down to the link in my bio down below. It's also shop.stampwithmelissa.com to purchase anything that I use that is now on your wish list. I know that I don't try to be an enabler, but our products are just so awesome and I love how everything coordinates. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget that this driving by stamp set was part of sale-a-bration, or is part of sale-a-bration. So it is free right now with a $50 order in my online store. And so you can spend $50, maybe get this handsomely suited bundle, and maybe a few other things, and then you can get that driving by stamp set for free and make these cards. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Bye for now.